Hello. Hello, testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yes, I'm back. Hello again. Yeah. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, I'm not gonna spend time on this. We can work on this later. Oh, no way. There you go. Okay, so the main shit, it's frozen again. What's going on, Sinispatty? What's going on? It's freaking me out. Ay, ay. This is so annoying. So annoying. You know what? I'm gonna run it from the terminal and see if at least it gives me some errors. Oh, if at least gives me some errors when it freezes, it's because we have insane amount of lights and textures. No, it's like when I don't use it much, it then freezes. Now I have the terminal logging stuff. Let's see if it logs anything. It's just weird. Okay, so it's not shoot, it's character. That's the name I gave to the input action. Is it the best name? No idea. So what I will do is I will, on the main scene here, I'm gonna add a canvas layer. It can be this name, I don't mind. There you go. So now we have a canvas layer. It's to spawn the character sheet for you to level up. Because the next step of my test, I cannot keep running. I cannot keep running that scene independently because now I need to communicate to the player. So I can tell the player attributes that a certain attribute has been updated. And I can do that with a signal, I can do that in another way, but I honestly don't know. But this is usable code. It's I did not. So it's a control equals develop scene dot instantiate. There you go. So I'm going to go to the canvas dot add chug level up, and that's all. So if I play the game now and I press C, we should see. There you go. And I keep adding. All right. Wait a second. Main canvas. Level up with the controls. Good, good, good. Okay. So then when I do this, I want the player to be informed of that. So there are two ways for me to do that, right? One of them is by using a signal, which is what I was trying to do. I even wrote this. We need to find a way of updating the player attribute via the attribute resource, which has to be received. So the level up will pass this forward. And or via signals. So when we upgrade something, I'm gonna fire a signal saying, hey, the health attribute has been changed. Do something with it. Which I think is nicer. It's more work, That seems to be nicer than... Hmm. I would just say, yeah, I would just say, yeah. I think it's nicer than passing the attribute forward all the time. Okay, so I have this, we spawn this guy. For now, we're just going to spawn it once, because if I keep pressing C, it's going to keep adding to the canvas. So I need to make this a toggleable thing. And maybe not create one every time. You know, maybe we can create one and leave it there. And when you press C, we make it visible or invisible. Seems more interesting. But anyway, so when we do this, we're gonna have to send a signal and the player is gonna have to listen to that signal. So the overlord is this. Alright, so it's going to be like, let's work with just the health for now. Single. Health player health point change it. Because again, we're keeping track of the points, not the attribute in itself, because the attribute will be calculated inside the player property. Something that receives a type of stat upgraded and the value. That's a good point, yeah. But I'm thinking, if I do this, it has to be a string, right? It has to be a variant because it can be it's always an integer. And then when we go to the player, we're listening to this. Shit, stop it working again. See? Man, I'm fucking hating it. What I'm going to do, please be patient. Wait a second. Just give me a second. This is annoying me like crazy. It interrupts the flow in a terrible, terrible way. Wait a sec, I'll read your messages in a minute. Okay, so this thing here is using I think this one was running VS Code, yeah. I don't mind. I just want it to work, please. Just work. No. No. Okay. But then you're gonna be running the other Godot. No. How do I grab the Steam Godot? Browse. Nice. What is it? Where is the executable? Checking this here. Oh, here. Is this the one? Come on. Go. Editor. I think this is the one. Properties. I can grab the entire path. Yeah, let's try it again. Seems to be... Stop asking for this. Yes, ignore all of them. I don't use this crap. Alright. I hope it works now. So let me read it. My attribute can be an enum or a const. Ooh. A const? But it's how I handle it usually. I'm not going to enforce my beliefs on you. Oh, please do. I learn when people share their thoughts. Now let's see if it's going to freeze Godot, because if it does, then it was something that that other editor Z was doing. Yeah, so you were suggesting clear attribute points, change it. And then I'll pass in an attribute containing I don't get the enum idea. What do you want to do with that? Because in here I have to pass in the I still have to pass in the attribute name. Yeah, it's the attribute. So this is correct, right? So your suggestion is that in the attribute upgrader, we have, where is that thing here? So this is a list. So your point is to use, instead of this, using an enum or constants to avoid typos. So I don't type healthy. Is that what you mean? Yeah, but it's not that important. Okay. So right now, when we do something, we already decided we're going to use signal. So we go to the progress bar and increase it by 1. It's always going to be 1. And now we need to emit the signal, right? And the signal we're going to emit is this. And we're going to say, hey, game manager. This is what changed, right? So right now I'm going to force health. I'm going to type 1. Okay. And what is the player script? And in the player, we listen to that. Yep. Player attribute won't change it. And connect on attribute won't change it. But he does accept two attributes, the attribute name, which is a string, and the value, which is an integer. Yeah, it is hallucinating. I don't see the button to disable that now. So yeah, we do receive two things, right? The attribute name and the value, which is what we have here. So just to confirm the confirmation. Oh, no, it's not hallucinating. You see, this is why I like it sometimes. Just do it for me. So let's play the game. Is it? Oh, fuck me. It froze. Again. Why? What the hell is going on? Okay. Attribute upgraded line 27. What do you mean it isn't? So in the game manager, I am adding this. Oh. Thank God you're here, man. It would take me a few minutes. There you go. So I'm changing health value 1. Awesome. Okay. We get that. I also did the same mistake of it. Yeah. Always forget this bad boy. So now the thing is, we need to change this, right? And these will have to be generated dynamically. So what we need to do is not health, as we saw in the player attributes. It's called health points. There we go. What is that thing here? So what we're going to do is that we know the attribute that has been clicked by the name. What we have to do is we have to do this. It won't evaluate here. I'm sorry. So var. See? This is why sometimes it's really helpful. This is what I had in mind. I would take a page from React and make a state UI thingy component that will redirect a signal from the button. Yeah, a lot of words indeed. Let me see. I would take a page from React and make a stat UI thing, a component, which it is. So this is the this is a component itself that will redirect a signal from the button, which we are doing, isn't it? Because I have the on click. See, when we plus button pressed, send the signal, which then does the magic and emits the signal to the game manager. Oh, I see. So the button would hold user information. And I learned recently we can use metadata on this bad boy. But no, wait a second. How are we gonna do that? Wait. Yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. Let's give it a try. But I understand your point. See, accuracy points, shooting frequency points, health points. See, this is what it's doing. I'm not doing anything with the minus yet. See? But what you said seems interesting. But I think it's, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a good idea now. Because I have the entire component holding the data. Move it to, okay. Perfect. So now we have it. And now we can, let me drink my coffee. Before it gets too cold. Good, super simple, isn't it? Boom. Now it sends the information to the channel, to the signal, and then the signal receives that, does its thing. And then the player consumes that. And what we can do now is, this is going to be the trick. Oh shit, look at that. Hell yeah. I'm going to do this, but what I wanted to do is this. Because I tried it yesterday. I don't know if you were here to watch. So what I did is that I went to the attributes .get, and then I would get the attribute name, which works. Right? So what I did is that I said like ATTR variant this. What? What? Are you crazy? Okay. But then when I did this, oh, is that a set? So that's what I missed yesterday. Okay. But it makes sense, right? I learned about get in the documentation yesterday. But I totally missed this fact of set. So what I was doing yesterday was doing attributes. I was doing ATTR plus equal the value. But then again, it makes sense because now this is probably, I don't know how GDScript works with copying data. But I think ATTR is a copy of this value, not this value, not a pointer to this value. So yeah. So maybe this will work. Now what we're going to do, of course, we're going to print the attribute. We're going to get this. This is just to see if it works as expected. Some obvious good is get lower with, yeah, it manages to get worse. Yeah, it's not incrementing. So this is the same thing I saw yesterday. Yeah, it doesn't make sense here. Attributes get attribute name. So we know this is correct. Now I'm setting the attribute name to this value. Oh, wait. This is wrong, man. Because I'm always setting it to 1. I need to grab it, update, and then set. So let me go back to this. That's why I had the here. So I grab this so I can do attr plus equals value. And now I set it to the. And when I do this, deploys. There you go. Leveling up. Everything is by val except in dictionaries and array. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Okay. It's really, so it's just like Go. Go is like that. It's good to know. Would it be cool if Godot had a reference feature like in C++? Just, yeah. That would be something interesting. So we are now upgrading this bad boy. Look at this. But this is an interesting thing. An interesting check. Like a safe check, I would say. That reference thing really made me rage when I was making the calculate. I learned about it when using Go, and it was like, it was mind-opening. It was really good to learn the distinction. So this is the grabs the method, blah, blah, blah. Let's see if it's still working. Oh, look at that, attribute not found. That's interesting. Why? It's not a method. But it eventually will become a method. Why? Because every time we change this, we have to make the calculation, remember? So we need to do something like this. So, we need this set value. Something like this. All right, so every time we change the point, we increment the point. We know it's going to be always 1, but let's leave it as something that we can receive. So now every time we have, let's just see if now the attributes not found is gone. No, it's still there. I know about the reference thing from C and C++, and also JS works the same, I believe. Oh, JavaScript has that? You can pass by reference and or a copy. Well, my experience with JavaScript is from 2009 and then never again. Why isn't it considered a method? Should it be a function maybe? So this is not going to work. Let's leave it like this. Let's trust ourselves. So the game manager. So every time we change the health, what are we going to do? We're going to okay, so wait a second. My brain is not working properly apparently. I completely forgot. Oh, here you go. JavaScript references dictionaries and arrays. That's why object-keys are. See? Learning. That's interesting. That's why objective. Oh, got it. That's an interesting thing to know. Because when people come talk shit about JavaScript to me, and they give this example, say, aha, now I know. Okay, so let's go to the health first. So what we do is on each point, we do nothing on each point. We just... Okay, how do we know if the player leveled up? Dun, da, da, da. So how do we know when the player did? So when the player... Let's play the game. Now I learned how to unblock Godot. I have to drop the window. Don't know why. Drag the window actually. So we do this. So now I click the plus. You see, then it goes up to 10, which is the... So now when this happens, when it is 10, then we're gonna say, okay, you leveled up your health. So we need to keep track of the points the person is using. And that's what we're doing. We're keeping track of them. But how do we know the max value of that? Yes, exactly, Sinisbani. It also checks the pointer to see if it's the same thing on that place in memory. What we need to do, we need to keep track of this. Keep track of... Yes, keep track of that. Health max. It starts at 10. Let me add a comment here. No. When the health points reaches this maximum value, the player gets a point. Not to spend, gets a point on the health attribute. So I don't know if you noticed, but I added this big ass comment. Let me add one more. Then you let me know if this makes sense, if you like it or not. The user has to spend to level up the attribute. And probably for the max value multiplier, so you don't need to save current max value anywhere. Oh, you lost me there, wait a second. So we have the max, right? So when it reaches the max value, so we're gonna do this. If health points... No, Copilot, stop it. Equals health max. Then we're gonna do what? Then we're gonna double health max, right? Health points go back to 0. Health max. You're gonna double itself. No, it's gonna double. No. It's not gonna double every time. It's gonna be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If it doubles, it's gonna be insane hard. So then we do this. Let me move these up. So health points 1, health points equals health max. Let's rename it max points, Daniel, please. Yeah, 10 works for now. So when we reach that, the max point is going to be increased by 10, making it harder. The health increment is going to defines how much the value will be increased when the attribute is leveled up. This value should not change during gameplay. It might be affected. Okay. So it's always going to be 10. So the next time you level up, you're going to get extra 10. The third time, extra 10. It's always going to be for now 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 on every level up. Okay, so now we do that, and then we increase the health max points. We need to move this to this bad boy here. Here. The max value is not going to be this. Oh, it can, of course. It is the maximum value, which we're gonna bring from there, times yeah, Jesus. We have the levels here. I was smarter yesterday. So when you level up, when you reach 10, the max, you level up so it goes to number 2. Then what I do is that 10 times 1, 10 times 2, 10 times 3, so on. Health levels, there you go. Okay. So this is more dynamic. So the max points. It receives the max value, which is 10, which is not this. We're gonna... there you go. Okay. Yeah, I had this yesterday, but today my brain decided to go dumb. So the max value here is a fixed thing. So we're gonna fix that. We're gonna say it's gonna be called attribute max points. It's not going to be this. It's going to be an integer, which we don't know what will be. We're gonna rename this as well. No, this is correct, because this is the progress bar. So the max value is going to be the attribute max point times the attribute levels. Think. What am I missing? I'm forgetting something. We're gonna do this, and then yeah, and then we increment the health levels by 1. Increment the level, and the current health is going to be this. So health, look at that, we're doing it. So the current health is going to get this. Current health is 10, let's say. I honestly just copy this from the previous game. I don't know if I'm gonna have any, I don't know. Let's remove these, not using those. Play it is dead. Thank you. We're so doing it. Yes, man, we are. So health points equals health max point, health points equals 0. Good. So it goes back to nothing. Max point, we upgrade that. Health levels now 2. Now the health equals that. All right. Bum, ba, da, da, da. There's one thing is going to be an issue with the interface, but we can fix that in the future. Because it loads the information when I open the window. Let's give this a go. So what I'm thinking of is Jesus. There you go. First problem, it came back, queued up. Why? No, two. Attribute points. What's the attribute points? Is points, which is like health points. And what is health points? Is 1. It's 1. I have 1 health point. Why is it filling up when I run the game? Why they're all like this? Is it because of this? No. Why? Health point equals 1. Time to print stuff out. It's 1. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, so the max value is 0. I need to stop saying 0. I need to start saying 0. Like a true American. Fuck it. I say 0 because it's easy for me. So the max value is apparently the problem. Yeah, I'm not passing the max points, see? There. So attribute, max points, upgrader, dot, get max, look at this. Murica, yeah, Murica. Guns, beers, and trucking. I need to get that bad boy. Max points, that call it. America. There is a fun image, which is a guy on a storm holding a huge American flag. Like the flag is flapping like crazy and written America. Gee, that describes a lot. Oops. Alright, attribute max points. What is going on? Level up line 21. Oops, missing underscore. There you go. Again. Value assignment for property key attribute max points. What do you mean? I have it here. There it is. Attribute max points. Attribute max points. What are you talking about? Invalid assignment of property or key attribute max points with value of type nil on a base of object hbox container on the attribute operator. What do you mean it's not assigned? Oh, wait a second. No. Attribute upgrader. There he is. Attribute max point. Here it is. I don't think it's a order of creation thing because we use those and they just work. Now why this is freaking out? The max point is the attribute underscore max point, which is correct. So it's going to be health max points. Perfect. Now it is failing with saying that invalid design of property or key attribute max points with a value of type nil. Oh, wait. No, it's here. I'm getting this. So I'm getting this from the resource, yeah? And I get that. So it comes here and grab this. Boom. Which is 10 health max point. I've never seen an error like that, but yeah, that's new. So what I'm going to do. Yeah, and I thought that maybe this is not finding it. The resource get max points. So is this, did I make a typo here? Health, max points, accuracy. Ah, it's trying to load for all of them. You're correct. You're correct. The health is working. The problem is that I don't have this for the others. Now do it. There you go. The magic of autocomplete. Boom. So when I reach 10, few things happen. But the problem is that I need to refresh, right? So here, when it reaches 10, we need to tell, hey, reload yourself, right? So now the attribute upgrader use the new max value, which is now 20, and then goes back to 0. Like you have no points here, but now you need 20. And the only way I can think of is with signals. Do you understand what I'm thinking about? Because as soon as we leveled up to the max current X points, we leveled up the player, and now we need to tell the interface, hey, now the max. Exactly. Now the current point you have there is nothing, and the max point is something new. So we're just gonna do this. We can make it 1 just so it's visible on the screen. So we're gonna zero up everything and increase the max points. That's all we do. But now we need to tell that thing here that this happened. Right, we need to tell it this. We can use a signal. We can create a signal in the manager. But the main problem here is that it has to be specific to this instance of the bar. I cannot use shit. Yep. But the thing is, it has to be a signal specific to this attribute. So when I'm listening to this, I'm gonna have to do something like this. Manager dot attribute, and then health attribute leveled up, right? Dot connect dot blah 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 blah. Okay, so when this happens, we're going to receive this, and what we're going to do is in here, we're going to have to change the current value and the max value. Why not have the name of the attribute as a parameter? Because again, I forgot about that. I always forget about it. So it's going to be, so you're going to, wait. Okay, let's do this, right? Instead of pretending doing this. Let's freaking do it. So we're gonna have a signal here. Look at this son of a bitch. Yeah. Since the general logic of leveling up is the same between all attributes. Exactly. So player attribute level up. It has to be in the leveled up. I don't like it, but yeah. So what we're going to do is you're going to do this. We're going to call it. And we're going to pass a few things. We're going to pass the attribute name, the current value, which is, you know what? When we level up, the current value is always going to be 1, right? So we only need the new max value, which is going to be 20. So we pass in the health max points. Boom. Now we need to listen to this bad boy here. So what we're going to do is game manager dot player attribute leveled up connect. Boom. But the problem now, my good friend, is this. We're going to receive the name, right? And the new max. But now it's the tricky question. How do I make this guy listen only to the health thing? 20 is plenty. It doesn't. What? I lost. I didn't catch the joke. Holy man, it's been a while since I last watched him. I don't know about his sketch. Liam is that I think he's Scottish, yeah. Scottish, yeah, I think he's Scottish. I would be surprised if he would. I'm so out of touch with anything new. Not because I want, it's just because I don't follow up anything. Um so yeah, so how do we know that this thing should affect this, right? So there is no way I know of to do this. So whatever we can do is if the attribute name, yeah. So if the if the attribute name, I like to deal with the failing case first. If the received attribute name is different from this attribute name, oh Jesus, it's calling name only. Let me show you this on British TV. Oh, I thought you were talking Limi was that there is a streamer called Limi. And I thought we were talking about him. No, about a British show. No, I know nothing about British television. So if I receive a signal, but shit. Is this like a queue where the first one to consume the signal? No, I think everybody receives it, yeah. Yeah. He used to have his own show on British. Oh, nice. I didn't know that. That's fun. Please, autocomplete. So let's hope that this thing will do the same for the please work. Set value. Do it. Ah, son of a bitch. I need to stop cursing. Hell yeah, baby boy. See, this is why AI is good. It's a Duranger type. That's the best type of human, I tell you. That's the one I like. Let the emotions out, yeah. Like, fuck it, it's working. Jumping back, hello, how are you? You're new here, welcome. You caught me cursing. So yeah, so now, Sinispati, we're gonna make sure that this works as we want it to work. There you go. And now we set the attribute. I'm very good. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. Do you know me from Twitch? Or did you by chance found this awesome quiet stream? It's just me and Sinispati. Sinispati and I were both working on this game. Fingers crossed. No. Not working. By chance, awesome. That's cool. The first organic person to show up. Thank you for joining. Jumping Jack. Are you also a developer or a game developer or something? That's a good point. Okay, it's not finishing. So let's see if we are indeed receiving things here. Always happens when you show your projects to your friends. Recently, any tips? Wait a second, let me just write this. Attribute name and new value. It always happens when you show your projects to your friends. Oh, I just started recently and tips are appreciated. Jesus, man, I'm super new to this. The good thing is that I am a developer already, so development's not new to me. But anything specific you would like to hear about? Oh no, the signals are not being emitted. Oh, you're gonna find lots and lots of short videos on YouTube teaching you how to do that. There are many different ways. But my suggestion from the heart, okay, is don't waste time watching courses. You know, I think it is, it might be a bad suggestion, but my point is, if you spend too much time watching courses, you're mostly wasting your time. You might learn one thing or another, but I think, at least for me, right, the best way to learn things is to do things. And I have spent a good amount of time watching courses on game development. And I tell you with 100% certainty, 1000% certainty, that I learned way more and way better by doing this, what you say now. When I started creating my game, that's when I really started to learn. And that's it. So my suggestion is build something. And when you get stuck on something, now you can either look for it on YouTube or ask ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever AI you use. Just say, hey, help me build this. And then you go. So yeah, just don't waste time watching too many tutorials. You know, if you find something like 2D platform movement and there's like a 30-minute video, watch it, learn it. But then go there and do it yourself. Don't copy paste and be good with it, especially now that since you're learning. You know, and don't waste your time with that. You will learn way more by doing stuff. And what Cinespedi said, got it. Yeah, okay, man. I'm happy for you. And don't start small. Don't get too ahead of yourself. There are many ways you can do that. In the process function, what comes to mind is that you can use the delta to calculate how much you want the player to move. If you want to be like a precise movement, like maybe there are games who are precise platformers. There are games who are smoother. Like for instance, this game now that we're working on. Oh my crap. You see that the movement is super smooth. You see I stopped this movement, but it still drags a little bit. It drags to start and it drags to stop. You see, so it's a smooth movement. It's not snappy. So it depends on what you want to create. A 3D multiplayer MMO. Oh yes, it definitely does. Open world. Definitely. This game is like, it has a small scope. But damn it, it's a lot of work. And then we add the capability of leveling up. And man, it's a lot of work. But it's fun work, I tell you. Good practice. Okay. But why isn't it? That's correct. That's correct. Why isn't the signal being sent here? It should show, right? Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. But when I increment, I do this. And then I go to the player, and I'm saying I'm changing the point by 1. Did we in the player script? Yeah, we are incrementing that, so that's correct. So value, setting health points to this. Health points maxed out. Let's see if it works. Why is it always 2? Setting health points to 2. Why? What do you mean by snappy movement? It's a broad thing, I guess. If you don't interpolate between directions. Yes. If you just press a key and you go to that direction, it's as snappy as it can be. Why the health points is not being updated correctly? The value is always going to be 1. So we grab it, we increment that, and then we set it. So the ATTR value should always be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's always 2. Why? So we are upgrading the points thing. So it's health points. That's the one we are incrementing. And then we're adding it up 1 by 1 until it reaches the max point. So that's what we do. Attribute points, change it points. We do this and receive the value. Now we grab the attribute. We grab it, we increment that by 1, and then we set it. To health points. That's correct. Health points. That's the name. So ATTR value is going. No, I don't need value. I need the attribute name, and I need to get the attribute name. So I get the value of it. So attribute 2, attribute name, health points 1. Why is it always 1? We tested it since Patty. But please ignore me. Keep helping. Jumping back. He needs help. So Celeste, Hollow Knight. Add print to on plus pressed. Yeah, but I that's a good suggestion, but this I know it's working because when we get here, we see the values being received. Forgot about this. This is a good practice on internal things. We set the attribute. The value is always 1, so we're always incrementing it by 1. But it looks like it's not updating it. It should be health points too. But it's not, see? Come on, Daniel. Work, brain, work. We had it working. Indeed. What did I do wrong? We tested this in his petty, didn't we? And it worked. But now the attribute name is not being updated. Yeah, that's probably it. So this is the current value. And this is the updated value. So now what we do is we show the attribute name and the value. One, the updated is 2. But now for some reason the set is not working apparently. So it's still 1, that's why it's always 2, because we're not updating the resource. Why the freaking hell is that? Why did it stop working? Assigns bottom value to the given parent property. If the bot does not exist in the given parent value, that doesn't match. Nothing happens. Aha! Oh wait, the type doesn't match, but it's a variant. Do I need to cast this? Let me test. No, let me just... Yeah, it's not updating. Why? I would bet money that we made this and it worked. We tested this. I could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. So we extract the value to this variable. We increment it and we set it. And we see it being set because in the set method I have, let's do this. In the set method, I'm doing this, setting health points to, and then the value, right? Look at that, setting health points to 2. So it called this set the value to number 2. We saw it here, value 2. But then when we get the health points back, it's still saying it's 1. So it's not actually setting it. I'm assuming I don't have to do this. That'd be insane, wouldn't it? Shit, do I have to do this? Now it's gonna work because I'm doing... Oh man, this is going to be bad. This is not a setter. Is it? Oh my god, so it was a me mistake. I thought it would... No, man. I'm sorry. Terrible mistake. No, every time. Oh no. Why did you stop? Oh yeah, look at that. It's progressing, see? Now it's going up to 30. No, 40? Jesus. Let me remove these print statements. So I have to manually set it there. I completely missed it. So we're gonna say health point maxed out. And we're gonna show the health max points. There you go. And then we're gonna say attribute leveled up. So we level up 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops. Oh, because it has 1 already. Yeah. So my bad. Again. It already has 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Then we level up. health points maxed out 10, and then receive loads of attribute leveled up 10, health 10. I don't know why it did it that many times. Oh, because of this, apparently. So if the attribute name that we received is different from the attribute name that this node has, which would be health, whatever, blah, 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 then it doesn't show anything. So let's see if it works. Because there is no way for me to specify. Wait a sec. Nice. No, why nice? Why did I receive 3 signals? That's not correct. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? Where did I make another mistake? Health, accuracy, shooting frequency. So these are correct. I'm sending just one signal, right? Just this. And these guys listen to this. Ba, 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 da, da. It receives the attribute name, which is health, and the max value, which is 10, which is wrong. It should be 20. And the attribute name is health. Huh. So I'm doing this because we have 3 of these attribute upgraders. One for health, one for accuracy, and one for shooting frequency. Right? They come from here. Health, accuracy, shooting frequency. Yeah. So different attribute leveled up. So this is me assuming that the attribute upgrader for the accuracy to show this, saying nope. Who should be dealing with this is the health one, not the accuracy one. There you go. So we have, but why do we have it multiple times? I wanted to see just this. Right, but why is it listening 3 times for 3 different things? I even spat on my keyboard. We know this is working. I am emitting the signal once, just here. I'm not touching this code. So I am emitting this. Oh, wait the fuck up. I need to say that this channel is not safe for children, because I keep cursing. We're getting there, Sinistad. We're getting there. So when we press the button of this bad boy, then it increments, blah, 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 blah. We level it up, we emit 1 signal. but everybody's listening to that. So all of the 3 attribute upgraders on the scene are listening to that. So when I say emit health, it's going to come here and say, no, this is not the health upgrader. This is the accuracy. Okay, so return. So is it different? Return. It's not different, meaning that the attribute name health is equal to the attribute name health, which we received earlier. Good, it's the same thing. So let's level it up. So then what we do, we grab the attribute name, new max, attribute name, blah. We set the attribute max points, which is this local verb, to the max value. It's going to be 10, 20, 30, and whatnot. And then the attribute value goes back to 1. Oops, I need to do this. This is wrong. New max value. Anyway, this... why is it calling it many times? Now this one thing is correct now. I have to press more times. See, it's progressing slower. Now it went from 20 to 60. That's a huge mistake. At least the progression is working. So for now, I am going to cowardly ignore this weird fact that it's emitting signals like crazy. So the health level goes to... Why is it after 20 it is 60? Health point goes back to 1. Health max points is equal itself times 1, 10. Oh wait, I need to do this before. So now it's 2 and it levels up. So health max point is equal to 20 now, because it's 2 times 10. This value is not being upgraded at all. And now the health value is equal to the health increment. And now we send the max point. So the next time we do that, when it's 20, health point sets to 1, health level now it's 3. So 3 times 10, it's 30. It's not 60. So instead of the video that you sent, should I be watching now? Let's print stuff like crazy. Okay. Health levels should be updated as well. And the health should also be updated. So the health now should be 10, right? It's 10, and then it increased by 10. So now the health should be 20. And the health point should be back to 1. Max points 20, health levels 2, health 10. No, health is wrong. Shouldn't be 10. Should be 20. Why is it 10? Because I'm clamping it. Okay. 510. What the fuck is that? Why is it 510? So I'm setting the health. It's plus equals the health increment, which is 10. Why is it saying 510? But by what? I'm not multiplying anything. Look at this. Health plus equals health increment. So if health is 10, now health should be 10 plus 10, which is 20. So the health initial value is 10. So I set the value. So I set 10. Oop, wait a second. There you go. There you go. There you go. I think. If I'm using set, I should be sending the full value. Let's see if I'm correct. No, I'm not correct. Well, let's see if at least the multiplication is correct. Why is it 60? And now it's 20. It does 5 times somehow. Why? And also, why is the max point 60? Oh, it's health levels. And something else happens, I don't know. So it's 1. Oops. We multiply it by 1. But then what we do first is we increment that. So now it's 2. As we see right here, it's 2. Yeah, but am I not zeroing out? Ah, yeah, that's it. I need to flip this back to 10. Thank you. There you go. Oh my god, I'm gonna click it 30 times. 40, there you go. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, so we cannot do this. We can't do this if we don't have set values. When we do have set values, we need to do it this way. Wait a second. I think I found something else. So the first time it's 10. The health is still freaking weird. It's going to be its current value plus the health increment, which is 20. So now health should be 20. What? Where is that 5 coming from? Do you have any 5s anywhere? We have speed 500, but that's all. Mystery. Where is that 5 coming from? Speed, yeah, that's the only place. It is multiplying correctly. Now the health is 20. But it's not correct because it should be 20 the first time we leveled up. But where is that 5 coming from? No, you're correct. How is it 500? The only 500 we have is speed, but where the fuck are we setting his speed somewhere else? Ah. Using health. Oh, wait a second. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. Shit. It's from the attribute. Motherfucker. So it is working correctly. How to not hate yourself, right? After doing things like that. So let me do this to avoid this terrible confusion. No, I don't want to set any. I don't know if I hate them. But the thing is, they hide a lot of behavior. That's what we just noticed. Ah, shit. Yeah, I have to go. It's almost time to get back to work. I'm gonna push this as always, work in progress. But we're getting there. We're getting super close. We have the interface kind of working. The theme, of course. Oh, it's GT script theme. It's the same theme used in the embedded editor of Godot. GD script theme, this bad boy here. This is the one. And I also use Godot 2s, but it's not correctly configured yet, but I have to. Yeah, that's it. And yeah, that's it for today, good friends. Oh, work in progress. Level up interface connected with attributes. Sorry for the really big mid message. It's pushed. There you go. Now I have to go back to becoming an adult and make real money. But thank you, Cinespedi, as always, man. Appreciate it. We're gonna make this work. You have a nice day. I hope everything goes well. And I'm not sure if I'm going to stream this weekend, but I'll probably make some progress on the game. So we keep in touch. Have a nice day. We'll mock up some HUD. Oh, good. That's nice. Yes, jumping back. We're working together. I was working alone, and he was working alone. We were watching each other, and we said, okay, join forces, and now we're kicking ass together. which is a lot easier and funnier and more interesting to do things together than by myself. Yeah, we're a team, kick-ass team. That's our name. And Jumping Jack, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate that. I hope to see you here Monday, because I stream from Monday to Friday, maybe weekends, same time. So I hope the two of you have an awesome day, an awesome weekend, and I see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.